We're talking this morning with Alesha Black, who's the Food and Agriculture Director at the Chicago Council on Global Affairs. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks
and
for
you
having
have
me.
a report that's talking about some of the challenges in the 21st century, specifically in food and agriculture. And there's some opportunities and there's some warnings. Let's talk a little bit about that. So first of all, food security. Give us a definition. What is the issue?
So the issue is that we have about 800 million in the world who still are chronically undernourished, and we have currently 20 million people who are at risk of famine, which is a warning we don't often see from the UN. So we have too many people that are not getting enough calories, not getting enough nutrition, and that's a solvable problem.
And this is a national security concern for us here in the U.S.
Absolutely. So if you look at recent civil unrest around the world, the root of a lot of it is protests around food price spikes. So it's toppled governments in Madagascar and Haiti. It was one of the root causes of the Arab Spring. And so paying attention to food prices and food security is an important national security priority.
And some of these issues are also not just political, geopolitical, but environmental as well.
Absolutely. So climate change is really proving to be a challenge for farmers around the world. We have increasing drought, flooding, there's increasing pests and diseases because of warmer temperatures. That also is a threat to food security that we need to keep up with.
And specific to drought, you mentioned about this being one of the most significant droughts in history.
In fact, in East Africa and in Yemen, we're seeing multiple years of successive drought, which is what is putting 20 million people in risk of famine. And that is something that, with early warning, which we have, we could be investing far more in international agriculture to prevent.
Well, now thinking about investment, there's opportunities in this crisis as well for us here in the U.S. and globally as well. So speak to that a little bit.
Sure. So, I mean, there's opportunities in regions that have underdeveloped food systems for agribusiness companies that are looking to sell more inputs, people who are interested in processing, in food retail systems. So there's certainly opportunity there. But counterintuitively, there's also opportunity for farmers here in the United States. So the U.S. Exports large amounts of our agricultural production, and most people aren't aware that maybe fully half of that is going to what are called low and middle income countries. So obviously China and Mexico are two of those, but the Congressional Research Service estimates that 34% of U.S. agricultural exports this year will actually be going to Sub-Saharan Africa, South Asia, and the Middle East. That's been growing over successive years, and as development continues in those regions, it will get to be an even larger share.
Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.